Hey, I'm back for another practice session. I'm working on some music for a side project that I do called Opera on Tap. We do shows in bars, and our upcoming show is a Baroque theme. I am the host and curator for this show. So I've come up with a couple chorus pieces that we're going to sing, and I have a couple arias that I'm doing, and I'm also doing a trio and duet. I've got a lot on my plate. It was kind of last minute, and I had asked some of the other singers if they knew the pieces or if they wanted to do them, and it was just a little too short notice for them to jump on. And they may have other projects or work going on and don't have the time. So here I am to share what I'm practicing. For the first piece that I'm doing is Cupid Only Throws the Dart. This is one of the opening choruses in Dido and Aeneas. And I thought it would be a really great opener to the show. Our show is called Baroque Hearts. Yeah, pun definitely intended. I know, it's awful, but so good. Okay, so the soprano part, that's your main theme of the piece. It's not what I get to sing as the alto in the choir. So Cupid only throws a dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful to his heart. I gotta figure out a better breath. Cupid only throws the darts that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart. Oh, ooh, lower interval there. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart. Only throws the dart that's dreadful to his heart. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful to a warrior's heart. And he that wounds can only cure the smart, can only cure the smart. And he that wounds can only, I'm gonna breathe there. I didn't discuss this, but I actually haven't worked on this very much. I've listened to it a couple times, but this is me and my process. I will sight read as far as I can, and I hear as I'm saying that things aren't always exactly in tune, and I'll go back and repeat that phrase until I feel that the tuning is where it's supposed to be. Or that I have enough breath to make it through a phrase, because that's important too. You're not doing any singing if you're running out of air. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws a dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful now that I have all the kinks kind of mostly ironed out, I'm going to do this with a recording of the piece to see how well I do while the other voices are singing. I'm just going to turn it on, be right back. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful to a warrior's heart. And he that wounds can only cure the smart, can only cure the smart. And it's important to listen to because you get things about the piece that you wouldn't have known otherwise, like the ritardo that they did at the end or the slowing down. I'm gonna do it one more time. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful to a warrior's heart. And he that wounds can only cure the smart, only cure the smart. And I have to do it one time because I went up when I should have gone down at the very end. Cupid only throws the dart that's dreadful, dreadful. Cupid only throws the dart, only throws the dart that's dreadful to a warrior's heart. And he that wounds can only cure the smart, and only cure the smart. That's it for that one. Moving on to the next thing. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I enjoy practicing. I know that some people find it to be a chore, but the way I think about practicing it is that it's time that I get to spend with great music, with masterpieces, and examining what composers wrote hundreds of years ago. And I think that that's really special. So the second thing I'm going to work on is the duet that I'm doing. And I'm probably going to play a little bit of the piano along with it because I find that helpful. When I start singing, it'll probably just me playing the bass line because it's really hard to play and sing at the same time. Especially when you're singing at what is considered such a high level of concentration. So. F sharp. the wrong note because I wasn't ready. This is really just how I practice. I talk to myself all the time. So that's the first section of this duet. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm probably just gonna play actually her part. Well, I kind of did both. I played some of the bass and some of her part because I find that more helpful. That's what I hear in my head when I'm practicing this piece. This piece has so many beautiful suspensions in it, which was a cornerstone of how early Baroque music was written. They had kind of tight, confined rules on how they were allowed to compose. Something that was not allowed was, let me see, tritone. You couldn't do a tritone. It was considered one of the devil's intervals. So it was mostly banned in church music. There are probably examples of it in operatic repertoire, but I don't know any off the top of my head. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time, and I think again I'm gonna do it with a recording because, like I said, I find that super helpful because I can't play that well. Urte I'm gonna go back and do the second section again. There's one little spot where I was a little bit behind, so it didn't line up correctly. I don't feel the beat in that section. Sometimes you just feel rhythm. I mean, yes, I'm counting, but it's always better to feel the big beats in music like this. So, if I go back, you feel this in 2, this section particularly. So, do sonio. Oh. Okay, my brain is trying to transpose at the same. I'm just gonna have to go back to the original key because my brain is not in the mood to transpose at sight. Sometimes it is, and it's simple. Sometimes I can't do it. Tu sonio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, tu sei pur, di, l'idol mio, sei mio ben, mia vita si, sei mio ben. And that's the spot. And of course it's a page turn, because that's how it always works out. Okay, going back. Tu sonio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, sei mio cor, mia vita sì, sei mio ben, mia vita sì, sei mio ben. Okay. Tu sei pur, l'idol mio, sei mio cor, mia vita sì, sei mio ben, mia vita sì, sì mio ben, sì mio cor, sì mio ben, sì mio cor. That's another spot. Let's do this just a couple times. Tu sonio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, sei mio ben, mia vita sì, sei mio ben, mia vita sì, Now, there's our tritone, but it's not in the same phrase. Si, mio ben, si mio cor, mia vita sì. Tu sonio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, tu sei pur, l'idol mio, time. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna try it one more time with the recording, and then this will be the end of my practice section now. And I'll come back. I'm gonna drink some water, and I'll come back in a couple hours, and I'll do the other half of the music that I'm doing. This is how I suggest people practice if they want to practice an instrument, not just singing. Do it in small chunks. And I realized I was holding on to a note longer than I want to, so I think I have it.